Alright guys, I actually haven't been using this feature at all in Starfield, but it is turning out to be insanely useful in revealing hidden ship locations. The feature in question is the upgraded scanner. Now you might have done this already, it's pretty straightforward, but when the scanner is fully upgraded, you can use it to find ships quickly. And its contents are incredible. I don't know, maybe it says more about how I play that I just haven't really used this yet. It's not exactly a hidden feature, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention in case you have missed this. So I'll show you how it works. This is how you do it. Basically, when you're on a planet, get out your scanner. Now zoom in on an icon. When you press the use button, which is E on PC, the icon is revealed to you. In other words, you don't have to get right up to the icon in order to see what sort of location it is, because with the upgraded scanner, you can reveal what type of location it is from right at your current position. Sometimes you will actually be able to see the icons for ships on planets, and these reveal ships you wouldn't normally have seen. The icon in question looks like this. Now when you press the use button on this icon, it will reveal itself to be a ship. You can then go over to the ship and loot it. The ship will contain anywhere from 1 to 3 high tier pieces of gear. Usually you'll get at least a purple, sometimes 2, and I've even found legendary weapons, helmets, and boost packs. All at these locations I wouldn't have even seen, I wouldn't have even found out about if not for the scanner. Now you can't steal these ships, as these are crashed ships, so unfortunately they do not work. For ships you can steal, you'll want to look at ship landing site icons, which are basically little flags. The icon symbolizing crashed ships is slightly different and looks like a ship, not a flag, but I think it's arguably even better than stealing a ship, as most ships you find that land on planets don't sell for all that much, and you still have to pay the registration fee on top. Whereas at ship crash sites, not ship landing sites, you'll always find rare, epic, and even legendary items, and selling these often gets you way more money. Up until now, I've just been looking into the sky for ships coming into land, then going over to investigate. But doing it through the scanner unlocks an alternate way to find ships, and it's a way to find ships you didn't even know were there. Like, even if we zoom in, we can't see the ship. It's completely hidden, that's how far away it is. Only by clicking the icon can we reveal the ship that's at the location. And without the upgraded scanner, we would not have been able to see this ship. So really, there are ships everywhere in Starfield, and the scanner, when fully upgraded, is how you find them. But what planets have a higher proportion of ships? Do you find different ships on different planets? Now, personally, I seem to have the best luck on moons. Now, I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's because the game spawns more ships on moons, because they generally have flatter geography, so ships are less likely to get caught on some scenery or clip through a mountain. So in my opinion, I would say to stand the best chance of finding a ship spawn location, head to a moon. And this can be literally any moon, but here's one as an example. So we just exit the ship, get out our scanner, and look for the ship icon. And another thing that makes moons good for finding ships is the low gravity. So you can jump up to the top of your ship and get a better vantage point, and from there you can jet back over to the ship with the lower gravity. Just makes things all that much faster. And also, moons have a complete absence of life and an absence of organic material and things like that, so the ship will be completely unobstructed. You'll be able to see it from miles away, no trees getting in the way, and no big bushes blocking your view. Although that's not that useful here, because we already know exactly where the ship is, as it's indicated by the icon. We already know where it is. Now, when I try this on a planet rather than a moon, and I try and find a ship icon, it's slightly less frequent. I seem to find less ships on planets. But that's just my experience. It might be completely different for you, and maybe it just doesn't matter whether you're on a planet or a moon in terms of how frequently you will find ships. It's just really simple. Ultimately, just look for the ship icon. Maybe you'll find it, maybe you won't. Speaking of which, the ship icon isn't just found on planets and moons. You can also find it in space. When you head to this icon, you'll find one of several different possibilities. One of these might be a ship in need, and you have to fight off attacking ships around it.
Unidentified vessel, do not approach. This miner is under my protection. Any hostile actions will have consequences.
Another variation of this might be that you find a derelict ship that's just floating in space, and then you can go in and explore. One of these I really like is the Colander. This is a ship where all the crew has passed away, and you basically go in and try and solve the mystery of what happened to them. No spoilers, but this mission is basically a homage to the movie Alien. It's really, really exciting, really atmospheric, and if you've ever wanted to actually play the movie Alien, you really need to give this a go. So you won't always get the chance to steal ships you find in space. Sometimes instead of being able to steal the ship, it's just a mission that you're doing there, but it is always worth checking out. And in terms of what you'll find at the ship icon, the rarest ship encounter in all of Starfield is the encounter with capital ships. These are so rare that I literally don't even have any footage of it because I've never encountered a capital ship. Hundreds of hours into the game, I still have not found one. However, when you do head to the ship icon, there is a very small chance it will be a capital ship, which is the biggest ship in the game. These things are huge. Once you find it, you'll have a massive space battle and can even take down the ship itself. Capital ships have huge health bars, so it takes ages, but it can be done. The best way to find capital ships is just to go through different systems looking for the ship icon. If you don't find the icon in one system, exit and look in another. You don't have to physically travel to the system itself for the ship icon to appear. It will appear on the map wherever you are in the game. But it is random and, as I say, incredibly rare. But anyway, they might be big, but capital ships are kind of useless because there's no way you can steal them and thus no way you can profit off them. It is impossible. So there's not really a gameplay benefit to capital ships beside them looking cool. The real best thing that's waiting at the end of the ship icon is not found in space, it's found on the ground. Because ships you find on the ground are full of goodies. And speaking of which, don't forget the icon for spaceship debris. You can find these icons randomly in systems from the space map, and they're basically bigger crash sites. And what these things have in them is the super rare cred tank. These have a tiny chance of spawning and will contain a random amount of credits, anywhere from 5,000 to 20,000 credits. I've literally only ever seen 2 of these in the entire game. That's how rare these things are. But they have a chance of spawning at these sites. The difference with space debris, as I say, is that these icons are found from the space map, whereas crash sites are icons found while you're on the ground. So I like them more because they're hidden, and best of all, you don't need to fight anyone. It's a crash site, so everyone there will have already passed away, so you can just literally walk up and loot. Honestly, this might be the easiest to get loot in the entire game. Most rare loot crates will force you to complete a dungeon or do a combat scenario, but this is just a straight up good old fashioned scavenge. There's not even any loading to do like when you load into a cave. Everything is right out in the open, and hey, it's not stealing, so you don't have to feel bad. These guys aren't going to need it anymore. Hope that helps you out, guys. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and for more Starfield guides, subscribe to the channel.